Yo, welcome back, guys, to Photoshop 101, where I will teach you how to make a green apple look like it is splashing out into green water. So the first thing we want to do is open up Photoshop, create a new file, and change the dimensions. Make sure it's in inches. Go 8.5 across and 11 high. Once you're done with that, let's go ahead and give it a name. We're going to call it Green Apple, and we're going to click Create. You can see that it will then create here as a green apple. So now we're going to bring in our image. First, we're going to bring in the green apple. So I've downloaded it and put it on my desktop in a folder called Green Apple Splash. And so I'm going to click that and drag it in here. It'll go full screen. Go ahead and hit enter. And then we're going to resize it by using our move tool, or hit V on the keyboard. And you can click and drag that down while the whole time holding down Option or Alt, and that will bring it towards the center, and then we can click and drag and move it up. Two things to make this easier: make sure that you have auto select and show transform controls selected so you can see that box there, and so whatever image we click on, we are able to move that around. Okay, so now that we have our apple there, we're going to come down and click on our apple layer. Make sure that is selected, and then come down and click on our layer mask. It will create a box here. We hit B for brush on our keyboard. We can see that it comes to this beautiful tool right here. Don't get it confused with this one. That is no good. So then we come down, make sure that black is on top. What we can do is we can hit D for default colors, if that's not already black, and then we can click this arrow, or we can hit X, and hitting X makes that switch back and forth. So with black on top, we can come in here and we can start clicking and dragging and erasing part of our apple. The whole reason that we use a mask, a layer mask, is at any point in time, if I want to bring back part of the apple, all I have to do is switch this back to white, and I can brush back over that part that I've already erased, and that will get rid of, that will bring back the green apple. Okay, so I'm going to hit Command Z. That's going to take me back one step, and there I am. Perfect. I'm going to hit V, and then I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to bring in my water image. So I'm going to click the water, drag it straight down into Photoshop, go ahead and hit enter to place it. And then again, I'm going to hold down Option and click and drag on a corner and make that a little bit smaller. Okay, now we need to rotate our image. You can see that my mouse down here in the bottom right corner has a kind of almost a 90-degree angle with two arrows. When I move it away from the corner, it changes. And so if I'm too close to the corner, it will only let me expand it. So what I do is come to the corner, click and drag. If I hold down Shift, it will rotate in 15-degree increments. Okay, I need that upside down. Go ahead and hit enter to place it. And then I'm going to hit W. It'll bring me to my magic wand. Make sure that you are in your magic wand and not your quick selection tool. So we do in fact want our magic wand. I'm going to come here. I'm on my water layer, so if you're not, click on that, and then click right next to the water, and it will highlight. You can see the box there, and then I'm going to hit delete or backspace. It's going to tell me that I can't do that because my smart object is not directly editable, and that's okay. So click OK. Come over here to the water layer and right click and go down and rasterize that layer. Once we rasterize it, we can hit backspace and delete again. And now we can see that that white image is gone. Go ahead and hit Command D for deselecting it, and then hit V for our move tool, and go ahead and put that semi into place. And then again, we're going to create that layer mask. So click on that. We can zoom in by hitting Command plus. And then we're going to take our B for brush. We're going to make sure that black is on top. And we're going to start getting rid of all of this extra stuff on the water. You'll notice that I just resized my brush size. Next to the letter P, we have a left bracket, which makes our brush smaller, and a right bracket, which makes our brush bigger. So we're going to go ahead and use that and clean that up just a bit. Okay. When I'm done, I hit V for our move tool. It's kind of our go-to tool. You can see here that there's still a little bit of white there. So I'm going to go back and click on my layer mask, hit B for brush, make my brush size smaller, and go to clean that up. Well, nothing got cleaned up because it's not an issue with my water, but it's actually an issue with the apple. So I'm going to take this and drag it up just a bit. And there we go. So it looks pretty good, but it's not 100% perfect. So we're going to click on our water layer. We're going to go up to Edit, down to Transform, and over to Warp. That's going to bring up this beautiful box. I'm going to zoom out, Command minus. And what I want is I want this to flow perfectly into that. And so it's almost there, but not quite. And so I'm going to click that and drag it out just a little bit. Yours might be a little bit more perfect, less perfect. And so we're just going to use this. You don't want to copy it exactly, but you do want to grab that and make that look perfect. I'm also going to drag these corners out, make it look more splashy. And we're going to call that good. I think that looks pretty good. Go ahead and hit enter and it's good to go. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is we need to match this water to the color of our apple. So we click on our water layer and we go down to our creative filters or adjustment layer, excuse me. We click on that and we go up to hue saturation. Click on hue saturation and I'm just going to type in a -83. And so what that's going to do is that's going to take me to this beautiful green color, but you also notice that it changes to red. Don't worry, that's okay. And so we can see here that the water is now green. I'm going to boost my saturation right there. +31 or anything close is good. And then we're done with that. And so with our hue saturation, we only want to tie it to this water layer. So I'm going to hold down Command Option and hit the letter G one time. And that takes that hue saturation and it only applies to that layer which is right below it, signifying this down arrow. It only ties it to that. Okay, and there we have it. This beautiful green apple that goes down into a green splash. If that's not quite the color you're looking for, you're just like, oh, I want to change it just a little bit. You can click this and drag it until it matches to what you feel is an appropriate color. Okay, there we go. We're going to get rid of that. Command minus. And there we have it, a beautiful green apple that goes out into an apple splash. But we're not quite done. There's one more thing that we want to do, and that is grab our lasso tool. So hit L on your keyboard. Make sure that it is, in fact, the lasso tool. And we're going to come here and just cut right around this top part. And we'll make a selection. Make sure that we are on our water layer. And then we're going to go up to Filter, down to Blur, over to Gaussian Blur. And you can see if we bring it all the way out, that just looks weird. If there's nothing on there, it looks normal. And so we want to bring it out just a smidge until it looks slightly blurred. What that does is that helps smudge the two of them together. 2.5, that looks pretty good. So hit enter, Command D for deselect. Command 0 brings it back out. Command minus zooms out one more. And I think that looks pretty good. If I want to resize it, I can hit the letter V, come up off the screen, click, drag, and select. You'll notice that both of these layers get selected, and then I can click and drag this more towards the center. If I want, I can also use my arrow keys, left and right, up and down, and if I hold down Shift, you'll notice that it jumps a little bit more. Okay, we're going to call that good. So we're going to go up to File, down to Save. We notice we'll save it on our computer. And you'll notice that it is already titled greenapple.psd. I want it to save my desktop, so I'm going to go ahead and click Save. Okay, go ahead and click OK. And then we're going to export it. Go File, down to Export, down to Export As. I guess over to Export As. And then change the format to a JPEG if it's not already. And then click Export. It will give me the option, where do I want to save it to? I don't want to save it there. I want it in my desktop. And I click Save. Okay, there we go. That is how we turn a green apple into a green apple water splash.